So,
Oh, hi, Mark.
yeah.
Yay.
All right, everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Everyone's a Little Queer. We have a wonderful, beautiful Fort Worth transposed
Yes.
person who moved back and then ran into all the snow.
Yes.
Kaitlin. Kaitlin, welcome. How are you?
Hi. Great. How are you?
Oh, I'm not like you. I'm staying in the warm and not going out in the cold at all.
Yeah. Yeah. We just came inside and we got, gosh, I don't even know how much snow we got, but it's kind of turned to ice. So it's kind of at the point where we're like, okay,
That is the
this is a,
worst.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's the absolute worst. And I think anything about the cold is it's the day or two after when it turns to ice, and then you're really sliding all over the place is the
yes,
worst.
I
That's
totally
why
agree.
I just stay by the fireplace in the house if I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
I don't blame you.
yeah, I love it.
I
Well, welcome
know.
to Everyone's a Little Queer. We're here to talk,
Thank
not weather,
you.
but gay shit. So
Yeah. Let's do it.
I
I'm
know
about it.
it's a lot more fun, and it's so exciting to talk about gay shit.
I know. I agree.
So, well, let's introduce Kaitlin. You are like me. You are an air traffic controller,
Correct.
but you recently, and I love your story because you went from one red state that was, I feel, intense to another red state that is still intense, but I feel
Yep.
like maybe Texas isn't as attacking into the queer community as directly as Florida was at times.
I agree. But in Florida, we had like a nice little community. So like I never myself personally, I never felt any, backlash or anything bad that was from living in Florida. But and then working with the aviation stuff, you can get all kinds of people. And luckily we didn't have
Yes.
any yeah, we didn't have any bad issues with them either.
Well, that's what I was going to ask because first off, aviation, right, it's a male dominated, career. No matter
Very
what part
much.
of aviation that we are in, it is a male dominated career. So not only being a female in there, but being a female who is with a woman is its whole other aspects of it's kind of a, I want to say an adventure, but it's almost like you're walking on glass around certain people, especially in a state like Florida or Texas.
Exactly. I definitely did have to watch, like, what I said around certain people, and
Yeah.
still do, like, even, still new here in Texas and still trying to figure out, like, who's, cool to say certain things around. But I'm pretty, I guess, stirred myself. So I really don't, I'm not too wild. I don't have to, turn anything down too much.
See, I think I'm the complete opposite where
Are you?
oh yeah. I mean, the first day, you can ask Mark, the first day I walked into here in Kansas City, I had my NACA Pride shirt on and
Oh,
I had a
that's
Pride
awesome.
lanyard and I was like, this is who I am. I'm
That's
openly
awesome.
bisexual. I don't care if you ask a question, you're going to get the answer from me.
Yeah.
And just because you
I
don't like that answer, that's on you for asking.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of better to start off that way so people
Yeah.
know what you're about from the beginning, um, when I definitely was not.
Yeah. Here
So,
in Texas or back in Florida?
back in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
when I got to Texas, my NACA rep was actually like, "Oh, so you and your wife?" And I'm like, "How did you know that?"
have you not figured out how quick people talk?
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what it was. I'm
Yeah.
sure they called people
Oh, yeah,
at
they're like, "Okay,
Jacksonville, I'm
watch
sure.
out. You're gonna get some, there's some gays coming your way, and
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
roll out the rainbow carpet for them, right?"
Right, right.
But you are again, I feel like you and I and we know each other just through Mark a little bit. We have,
Right.
just a little bit, but I feel like more that because you filled out the form and I was kinda looking I was talking with Mark. You and I have a lot more in common than I ever knew.
Really?
Yeah, we're both bisexual. You said bisexual, I think you said bisexual-ish,
Ish. I
right?
did. I
Yeah.
did.
And I would agree with that
Yeah.
because you're married to a woman and I married a man,
Right.
but we can still be bisexual, right?
Right.
Do you ever get the lesbian community, do you ever get pushback on that or are people like, "Oh, that's not how that works," or anything like that? Have you felt that at all?
Honestly, not really. We actually don't have very many lesbian friends, and I don't. I think it's we had this one couple out in Jacksonville that we loved. We loved hanging out with them, and then there's one couple here that we just met. We're just kind of getting to know, and they kind of had the same story as we did. They were both married, to guys, and then met each other, and so far I have not received any. backlash about that yet. But I heard that that is a thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know people who, because I'm married to a man, but I'm bisexual, they're like, "So you just haven't figured out you're fully gay yet?" And I'm like, "That's not how this works."
Right.
Like,
Right, exactly.
right? Like, I can still appreciate the opposite sex
Right.
of whomever, but I just thoroughly enjoy being married to a man. It's so much easier.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
it's
And
so much better.
yeah, and when I moved out to Jacksonville, I was single and I was, not really like interested in dating. I had at that
Yeah,
point I'd honestly kind of decided that like I was just gonna be single forever.
I get it.
And then
Same.
yeah, yeah. And then Madison, our relationship just kind of evolved and I was like, okay, yeah, this is it. So
Now, how did you okay, so you go single, you're in Jacksonville.
mhm,
I divorced, my ex-wife moved back here, I moved back here. I
okay.
kind of the same thought. I was like, it's gonna be me and my kids against the world. Like we were gonna
Right.
take on the world. I don't need nobody.
Yep.
I don't need anyone. I might just, have adult time. Adults need playtime, so I'm gonna have adult
Yes.
playtime here and there.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't need anybody else in my house and in my bed with me, right?
Right.
So how do you meet Madison then?
So we kind of have a crazy story.
I love crazy stuff. That's what this
I
is. This
know.
is all
I
crazy
know.
stories.
It's so much fun. So we were actually at the Air Traffic Control Academy together.
Okay.
Um, we kind of hung out at the academy, not really though. We honestly like weren't really I neither one of us consider each other like friends at the academy.
Okay.
Because she was kind of like partier and I
Oh,
was like a homebody. I say to
sure.
myself, I was actually an RPO at the academy before I became a student, so
Okay.
I was kind of an outcast in class because people thought that I was like a cheater
Oh, yeah,
by
you were
working.
the nerd.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So since I had already had a house established up there in Oklahoma, so
Mhm.
I didn't live with everybody, like how they do in the what's that
Yeah.
place called? Yeah. Um
You're asking the wrong person. I've never even driven through Oklahoma City.
how did you avoid the academy?
Girl, I'm a military. I was direct hire. I stopped in the Air Force on Friday, and on Monday I was up in a tower training, started
Oh my
classroom.
gosh. I did
Never,
not know that.
yeah, never even stepped foot in Oak City. People talk about Oak City all the time, like, yeah, you remember this? I'm like, girl, I couldn't even tell you what a
No.
city looks like.
Don't
I have
know.
no idea.
Well, good
I
for
always
you.
drove like to Fort Worth because I'm from Plano, and we would drive to Tulsa and then back around. So
Oh,
we wouldn't even go anywhere near Oklahoma City. I've never even driven through it. Couldn't even
okay.
never been
That
there.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Well, dang, good for you.
I know.
Okay, so we were classmates and there
Okay,
was only us four girls in the class and I had my own house and Madison and the two other girls lived together at the academy.
okay,
And so we would have like a girls study group. So every once in a while the girls would come over. Madison usually didn't because whatever, she just didn't care much about studying.
yeah,
So the only reason she ever came over to my house was because I had my dog.
okay,
And both of us are, just obsessed with dogs. So since I had the dog, she was like, "Okay, yeah, you're cool."
yeah,
So anyway, fast forward, we both get to Jacksonville, and she had a Rottweiler that she was not allowed to bring to Oklahoma City,
okay.
and in Florida is considered a bully
It's
dog, so you can't get them on
yeah,
a lead. Yeah.
yep,
So I had a border collie. So she had asked me, I had already had like one bedroom apartment, like on the books or whatever, like ready to move in, but it was
yeah,
like a 2-month wait.
okay,
So at first we were living in a hotel and she had just asked me, she was like, "Hey, do you think we could maybe just be roommates and we can rent a house? We'll put your dog on the lease and we'll just sneak my dog in." And I was like,
oh,
"Absolutely,
she's a
for sure."
rebel.
I know, I know. I don't know if I should be admitting this.
You're like a rule follower, studying, straight A student, and she's like,
Yes,
okay, just sneak out. We're gonna take care of it.
yes, exactly. The whole
I love,
opposites attract.
yes,
100% true.
I love it.
So anyway, so we become roommates and we're on opposite schedules. We're still not like super good friends the first year.
Okay,
Yeah, we just don't see each other much. Like I'm home when she's at work and then, vice versa. Um, we lived there for a year and her dog gets sick. She ends up having to put her down. And I had gotten another puppy at this time. So after she had put Sadie down, um, she was just, in a real bad place. She
yeah.
couldn't sleep, because, half the bed is, missing.
Oh,
So she had just started asking, she came into my room one night and she was like, "Can I just sleep with you guys tonight? I just can't. I'm not sleeping. I just need the dogs." And I was like, "Absolutely."
oh,
And pretty much just never left my room after that.
Yeah.
And we just became like best friends just from that little bit of time that we normally didn't spend together,
Yeah.
because she would come home and we would just go our separate ways,
Right.
I would stay in my room, she'd stay in hers. And because of that, we just our relationship just totally evolved to like absolute best friends. And
Wow.
then yeah, and then all of a sudden I started crushing on her and I had never crushed on a girl before. Neither had she.
Oh, so is she you both came into this like men prior everything?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. There in
Okay.
fact, there was one night we had gone out to a bar and we were both like, "Oh, that dude's cute." You were kind of like each other's like wing woman, like trying to like, yeah, crazy.
I don't even think Lifetime could write a story about
I know.
about this.
I
Oh my
know. Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
wild. And
Yeah.
then I just remember kind of one night sitting there being like, I kind of have butterflies in my stomach whenever I'm, around you.
Oh.
Like I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
And it just, one thing led to another over like a month or so. And then another couple months passed of just kind of we would like kind of be lovey-dovey and, kiss here and there. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden we were both like, yeah, I think I love you. And then
Oh.
yeah,
Oh. I mean, that's what that is crazy. I mean,
yeah,
she's definitely to blame, you know.
I
She
agree.
interjected herself right into the bed. I mean,
Yes, I know.
that's faster than, getting a U-Haul membership.
Yeah, we were already living together, but we didn't even need a
Yeah.
U-Haul, we were already
Y-
there.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like, "No, it's fine. Just bring the toothbrush and toothpaste. Save us
exactly.
movers." Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and it was
love
just
that.
I know, and then a couple years later, we were like, "You wanna get married? Yeah, sure, let's do it." Because, at the
Wow.
time, things were kinda changing in Florida, and we didn't,
I I do remember Mark had asked me about that, and I think I what
Yeah,
I had told him was just if they're serious about it, they just need to get married
yeah,
because then you can't go back on it.
right.
And I was like, it's one of those things, right? You can't make a law to retroact something. It can only go forward from the time that law is signed. I said, so if they're already married, boom, done. They can't take it back. No one can take it
Right,
away from you.
right.
No matter how hard these fucking assholes try to get rid of Obergefell and Hodges and,
Yes,
Lawrence v. Texas and everything like that, it's whatever you try to do. Everybody who is already married, we're good. We're there.
yeah,
Unless, and states can say, well, we don't recognize it. Well, fuck you. I'm already married. Like,
right, right.
you cannot recognize whatever you want, but you can also go suck a fat cock. I don't even give a shit.
Exactly.
It just pisses me off.
Yeah, I know. Because neither one of us like, marriage was never, like, super important to either one of
Sure.
us until all of that happened, and, both of us at the time, being controllers and
Yeah.
possibly trying to move, we were like, "Yeah, we should probably get a piece of
Yeah.
paper to
Oh,
make this legal."
well, and then also, I mean, if one of you, because you being, she's not from Texas, right?
She's kind of from around a lot of different places. She was actually
Okay.
born in Texas
Okay.
and then moved to New Mexico, Tennessee, Wisconsin. She's been all around.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, oh yeah, all
Yeah.
sorts of different places.
Exactly. So whenever people ask her like, "Hey, where's home?" She doesn't really
Yeah.
know how to answer that question. So,
I was thinking about that question last week actually because I have a 40-minute drive to and from work and you can only listen to so much stuff before you just get in your head about whatever. And
yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, I used to, for the longest time, I was hung up on, I am from Texas. I am from Dallas. This is where I'm from. Because I was picked up when I was younger, moved up here to Kansas City.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was thinking, I was like, I couldn't tell you one damn road to go. Like, I'm not from there. I'm from Kansas City. And I was like,
Really?
last week, I really like admitted to myself and was like, you know what? I am from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's where we're from.
Right. Well,
But
that's good.
so I love that. She just climbs into your bed, moves herself in, and then
Yeah.
off to the church bells. I mean, that's
Exactly. Yeah. And like guys at work would try to like set me up, with certain people. Like as soon as we'd get like a new transfer, they'd be like, "Oh, what about him? What about
oh
him?"
yeah.
But then of course there were always the jokes about, me and Madison had been roommates. So they were like, "Who fingers who on the way to work?" or "Who does
Oh
this?" or "Who."
Jesus.
Oh, I know. I
God.
know. And so then I had fought these, allegations of us dating for so long that
Yeah.
whenever we actually were dating, I was like, "How do I tell?" How do I tell?
You're like
So
sitting there and you're like, okay, guys, so I have news. By the way, if I'm in the passenger seat, it's me doing it.
it's
No.
me. Exactly.
I would have totally done that. Well, I had
Yeah.
a girl and I love her to death. She's so sweet. She's one of our staff supports, but she held currency for a while. But one day I had been in Kansas City, or yeah, been back here in Kansas City for less than a month. She's working low altitude. I sit down next to her just to monitor, kind of see how it operates, because the en route's different than terminal. And
Yeah.
she goes, "Hey, I've known you for a couple weeks, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Cool." Like real loud in the area. She goes, "Are you gay?" And we were all just curious.
My gosh.
And I kind of looked at her, and again, right, kind of like you, we're in, where you're in Florida or Texas or wherever, you gotta feel the room, who's
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
and all that stuff goes through your mind. And so I kind of sat there and I looked around and I was like, not all the time, 50% of the time. And she goes, "Yeah, I thought so. All right." She goes, "There are a bunch of people that were asking, but I'm the only one that would actually do it." And I was like,
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Really
I
put
was.
you on the spot there.
Oh my goodness, it did, but it threw me off because like in a professional environment, I've never had somebody ask that.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I've
true.
I've never I've never had that. I mean, sure, people talk behind my back, whatever, and I don't give a shit about any of that. But
Yeah.
no one's been so direct to me to say that, and I was just kind of taken aback by the directness of it more than anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, everybody was like super chill about it and just, whatever. And then I moved areas a couple years ago, and I have my pride flag. It hangs in my headset box, and um, we make, we all, and I am the proprietor of it. I make the gay jokes. I make,
Right.
all these jokes because I got down there and this area was like, everyone's, "Oh, this area's so bad, blah, blah, blah." No, man, it's just the people. They just need a little bit of life. And so I'm always like, we need more gay in here. And I'm always
Oh
like
my
throwing
god.
colors up. I'm always like doing stuff because it's just like, if it's out in the open, it's just normalized. It's no different
Yeah.
than someone talking about their wife or their, husband and
Right.
their opposite sex partner. If we're just here, just talking about it, whatever.
Right.
Now, granted, I don't think I've ever asked or been asked, who does a hand job on the way home if Mark and I are driving, and I don't think
Right.
I would know how to answer that in a professional environment without
Uh-huh.
going to professional standards. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But at the time, whenever they asked me that, like there was nothing going on. So I just went with it. I
yeah,
was like, well, it just depends, blah blah blah.
yeah.
And so
Whose
yeah.
nails weren't done that week?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well,
Yeah.
what a start to your journey. I mean, kind of
Yeah.
later in life, and
Very much.
I would say I don't want to say stumbled. I feel like you just decided, fuck it. Here's a cliff, jump off of it into tits and pussy, and let's live.
Exactly. That's
And
exactly and I had, like, dated guys and stuff, and they would be like, "Oh, what about a threesome or whatever?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. That's weird. That's gross. I'm not doing
sure,
that."
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Well,
Madison, and I'm
that's a
like,
whole that's a whole different thing, though. I think. I mean,
"True."
I that see, and I think that I hear the stories. We all do. We
Yeah.
listen to the guys we work with. We listen to the guys we're around at a bar or whatever, and they do talk that way, right? They talk
Right.
about, "Oh man, I'd love to have her in the bed and blah blah blah," this sort of stuff. And it's like that's that's a very intimate moment you're attempting to share with somebody.
Yes.
That's not for everybody to do.
I
That's different
agree.
than just because of my sexuality or because I might be interested in dabbling in same sex stuff. That doesn't mean I also want to fuck somebody with you.
Right. Right.
I never understood that.
I
Like,
know.
that's crazy.
I know. Yeah, they can get wild.
Yeah, oh, true. So
Yeah.
how did your family react to, here's
Oh.
Kaitlin, we've known her with men, and then by the way, oh, here's this, this woman that I'm with now.
Right. The family, everybody was amazing. In fact,
Oh,
we
good.
had we had hit it for a while because at
Okay.
first, we didn't know what was going on. Like,
Right.
no need to say anything if it's not, a thing. So my aunt calls me one day, and my aunt and I are very close, and
Okay.
she's like, "Hey, I just had a weird dream the other day," and I was like, "Oh yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, I had a dream that you and Madison were together." And I was like, "What? That's crazy. Why would you dream that? That's what weird."
That's weird.
Uh, and so I had denied it.
Oh yeah.
And then like a month later, my mom was coming out to visit and to stay with us in our new house. We had just
Okay.
rented a new house, and I was kind of panicking because I was like, shit, I got to tell my mom why there's only one bedroom in this house now.
Ooh.
Like there's no two bedrooms. We barely
Yeah.
even had a guest room set up.
Oh yeah.
And so I called my aunt back and I was like, "Hey, that thing that you said the other day, yeah, it's true." And she goes, I knew it. I was like, how did you know that?" And I told her, I was like, "I gotta tell my mom, but I don't know how to tell her." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Just tell her, it's no big deal." I was like, "Okay." So I called my mom, like, immediately after, and I had, like, rehearsed what I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and, she answers the phone, and I just, like, go completely blank, and I can't remember anything that I had rehearsed. I don't know how to even start the conversation, and I just start crying, and I'm like, "I
Oh,
gotta tell you something, but I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it, blah." And she hears me
oh.
crying, and she goes, "Kaitlin, just say it." And
Oh,
I'm
she
like,
knew.
"Yeah, she did." And I
Oh,
just kept crying. I cried even harder after she said that, and she was like,
yeah.
"Kaitlin, is it about Madison?" And I was like, "Yes." And she goes, "I know, just say it." And I was like, "How do you know?" And she goes, "I can just tell." And so she knew right away. And
Yeah.
with her reaction just made it gave me so much more confidence to, like, tell the rest of my family.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So I immediately called my sister and, brother-in-law,
Yeah.
and she had pretty much had the same reaction. She was like, "Cool, we love her." And
Yeah.
then, yeah, and then I called my dad,
Yes.
and my dad was completely dumbfounded, like, he had no idea, he had no, hints at all, and
And
I tell him, I'm like, "Hey, so, yeah, me and Madison, we're, like, together." And he's like, "Together, together?" I was like, "Yeah, together." And he goes, "Huh, is it like a phase?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And he goes,
okay.
"Okay, well, that's cool, I like Madison." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
He's doing his own mental gymnastics of
Exactly, right.
what happened in Florida and
I
of
know.
all places.
I know, and I think my confidence was just so built up by telling everybody
Yes.
else that I probably could have approached it a little easier for him, but I didn't. I just went right into it.
I mean, sometimes the best thing to do is just rip a Band-Aid off
I agree.
and, and you kind of had that quintessential coming out to family,
Yeah,
right? A little bit, not I mean, yeah, you were scared. It sounds like you have a very supportive family just overall,
yeah,
but you do have those thoughts in these moments of, "Oh my god, what are they gonna say?"
yeah,
And, you know, again, you're living in Florida, you're from Texas.
yeah.
It's kind of it's expected, did it just, like, solidify your feelings, when you came out and that was the reactions for Madison? Like, "Oh, you know what? This is supposed to be it."
Yes, I feel like if we ever really had, like, a honeymoon period, I feel like that was when I knew that, like, this is legit. This is for real.
Yeah.
You know, and my brother, I was worried about telling him too because he's a youth pastor, and
Okay.
he had the same reaction. He was like, "Okay, cool. We love you. Like, we love
Yeah.
her." So,
That's so wonderful. Like, that is when we say in the queer community, love is love. It's not just me and my husband or you and your wife, it's the family that is also there
yeah.
loving the ones that we love because they see how wonderful it is.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's an amazing, and it is one of you know what, Lifetime is going to pick this up, just watch, and they're going to write a story about it.
That would be
Lesbians, they
awesome.
move to a red state,
Yeah.
some dogs get into
Yep.
bed together, starting with adult sleepovers. I mean, I
Yep.
could see the whole thing.
I know. I know. And then I'll owe it all to you whenever I get a Lifetime movie.
Oh yeah, I'll say I had her. I'll have to have you sign a shirt or something.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
No, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in this queer world now,
Yeah.
and I'm and it's not a secret, Florida, living there for a while because you've just recently moved to Texas, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so being in Florida, you were there. Oh, how long were you in Florida? You were there for a while, so you've been
Almost 8
there
years.
8 years. Yeah, so you were
Yeah.
there during Governor Kittenhill's all of his bullshit that he's been doing and tearing up all
Yes.
the roads and everything. I mean,
Yep.
now being a kind of being a part of this community directly, I mean, what does that make you feel when you see that stuff? Like, did you notice like there was a change in the way you would view it, or not? I'm kind of
Uh,
curious about it because you've come out so late in life, and
right.
there was never this maybe I am, maybe I'm not, or I am, but I'm not, moment. And so you kind of get put into this. And now, do you see it differently than you did prior to having Madison in your life?
I don't know if I really see it differently because I've always, been super supportive. I had, a bunch of gay friends in college and, in Oklahoma City, and we would go, to gay clubs, and we would go to the drag
Yeah.
shows, and we would do all these things. And so I feel like I was already kind of in it without really being like a member of the, community yet.
That's
But
fair. You
then
were a great ally.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, I honestly think I went to more gay clubs than regular clubs in Oklahoma.
Does
Just with
Oklahoma have?
with all my friends.
Do they have a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
had
gay
some good
clubs?
ones. They had some good
Oh.
ones up there.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, they were fun. Um,
I know Tulsa has a pretty good pride kind of stuff, and that's because Joe has said it and everything, and
yeah,
but I wouldn't think like Oak City would have anything.
I know. Yeah, I wouldn't either. But yeah,
Interesting.
everybody was always so welcome, and I think the fact that I feel like my view on it hasn't changed much, or my feelings towards it haven't changed much,
Yeah.
because I don't think I've ever had anything negative, even when I'm hanging out with my gay guy friends or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never seen a situation that's been bad, so I just always just felt like this is just normal, like
Right.
people are just
Yeah.
accepting.
And I mean, and it is just normal, by the way, for anybody.
Right,
It is just normal.
right,
It's just two people who love each other. It's the people who have an issue with it that make it not normal
right.
for whatever reason, and
But I also feel like I had a pretty good um what am I trying to say? Experience,
yeah.
with it all before, and even now still, and I just feel like there are so many people that don't. So, so many people don't see it as normal.
Right. And so many people who kind of come out late in life, they don't have the support that you had or that you
True.
have, right? Like
Yeah.
this family, I mean, it sounds like the almost worst thing about the whole almost coming out essentially was with your dad where he, asked the boilerplate question of is it a phase?
Right.
Uh no, I'm pretty sure we passed the phase moment.
Yeah. I wouldn't be telling you if I'm just still in the phase.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not everybody gets that. Everybody
Yeah.
gets, there's some people that get, well, it's a phase. Why don't you talk to me later about it?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not going to change because most people have these feelings they know early in life. They have it out there, and I love your story. I think this is amazing. I love that you just got dropped into it,
I know.
all because of some dogs.
I know. I know. I told Madison, I was like, I need to get a tattoo of this dog because I owe my entire like future to this dog. So
Oh my God, how cute would
I
that
know. I
be?
know. I want to get her like
Oh
put on somewhere. I
my goodness. I'm like, I'm gonna cry. That's so
I know.
sweet.
Yeah, if it weren't for her, who knows where we'd be.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, honestly, right? So
Yeah,
that's incredible.
yeah,
So you've moved on from Jacksonville, right?
correct. Yeah.
And you're in Texas now. How's that going?
It's going great. We moved back in with my parents.
Okay.
Um, so we're kind of not we haven't bought a house yet, which we are looking. And
The
we
house
are
prices are so expensive.
stupid.
Uh
It
huh.
is so stupid. So we're not as much as we are ready to have like our own house.
Yeah.
We're both loving being here with, my parents, and the
Sure.
living situation is great. And I just don't want to like settle for a house that, we might not like in a couple years.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, and I mean, when you're sitting out here making a level 24, you just save up all your monies.
I know, right? Yeah, that has been nice too.
Yeah. Well, and it is insane. It's almost borderline homophobic how expensive shit is right now.
I know.
Yeah. I was so excited. I got so excited. And this is also how I know that I am getting way too old for shit because I drove home yesterday and gas was 218. And I just lost my shit. I thought it was the coolest thing ever because I was like,
Yeah.
it's so cheap. I can drive anywhere
Yes.
now.
I'm gonna fill up all my cars.
Yeah. Like, where do we got to go? We got to fill up something, Just,
Yeah.
I got gas cans. Just fill them up. Why
Right. Fill them all
not?
up.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
is there, I know because I've been to the gay clubs in Dallas. I love
Yeah.
them.
Do you?
I can't remember the one. I took my sister. She'd never been to a drag show. This is
Okay.
in 2019. So long story short, 2019 on a Monday, I wrecked my motorcycle and I'm all
Ooh,
like bandaged up. That's fine. I survived. I just missed the grass
good.
by about 10 feet, but it's fine. The gravel caught me.
Oh
So
my
on
God.
Monday, I'm all like getting bandaged up. I'm in the hospital, but I'm supposed to be in Dallas on Friday because I was going to go see an Eddie Izzard show.
Okay.
Eddie Izzard, favorite comedian. She's amazing. I've been following them since they used to say that they were, an executive transvestite, and hilarious. If you've never seen them,
Yeah.
anybody, go watch Dress to Kill is one of their stand-up comedy specials.
Okay.
That one was done in San Francisco. They have another one called Glorious. Force
Okay.
Majeure is the one we went and saw when we were down in Dallas, and that was when they were transitioning. So they had done like they had gotten top surgery and
Okay.
then dressing a lot more femme. And that was also when they had recently got elected into parliament. Yay, them.
Okay.
So big like celebrations.
Wow.
So I went to Dallas. I wanted to see them. Saw one of the last like 5 games at Old Globe Life
Okay.
because I'm still a huge Rangers fan.
Oh yeah, good job.
Yeah,
Good choice.
yeah. Thank
So are
you. I
we.
mean,
Yeah.
so I was like, I gotta see some games because my first game ever was at Globe Life, and we
Yeah.
used to go all the time. So I'm like, I gotta see before they do anything with this park. So I took my sister and I took her. We went out to a couple gay bars and stuff, and she'd never been to a drag show. So I found one, and it's this. I don't remember the name of the bar, but it has like 2 floors, huge, almost looks like a warehouse. The drag
Okay.
stage was ginormous.
Really?
And these queens came out, and one of them had this like she walks out and she's like has the horns. I'm like, oh, she's like Maleficent. She walks out to the long part of the stage, wings opened up, and I was a little drunk. I lost my shot. I was like,
I would too. Oh my God.
it was. I gotta find that bar, and I send it to you, and you gotta go because it's
Yeah.
a whole district was so much fun. My sister still, I mean, 2019, 7 years ago, we still talk about it. I
Really?
just saw her right before Christmas, and I went to see her in Seattle. And I was like, "Remember that bar we went to?" She goes, "I had so much fun." I was like, "I know, we need to find another one."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to let me know which one that is because we haven't been. I don't remember the last time we went, but I've been wanting to go. They
yeah.
have a Wicked themed one here, and I want to go to that one.
Oh my god, you got to do that one.
I want to.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I know. I
Are
know.
you more of a like a Galinda or an
Elfie for
Alphabet?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
In fact,
fair.
I've got my shirt. It's my For Good Elfie shirt on.
Oh, that's so cute. I
Yeah.
wore because you're from in Texas. You're from Texas, and so am I. So I
Yeah.
represented. I got my "Don't Mess with Trans Kids" Texas inspired shirt
Oh,
hoodie
I love.
on.
Okay, I see it now. I see
Yeah,
my little icon was blocking it. That's
yeah,
cute.
yeah. I had where were we? I think Mark and I think we were in Gatlinburg a couple years ago.
Okay.
I had this on, and this old man comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, don't mess with Texas. I love it." And I was like, "You must be illiterate. That's not what it says." And he like read it and he goes, "Ah," and like walked off. And I was like,
Are
"It's
you
not my fault. He
serious?
couldn't read. I mean,
Yeah.
it says what it
Learn to
says."
read, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
it's
God. That's funny.
yeah, but I love it. I try to wear gay shit all the time. Just the
Yeah.
visibility is what we need. We need people out there being visible, especially now while we have people trying to not erase, but just wanting us to hide.
Yeah.
Just hide everything.
Yeah.
Just hide it
Tone
all.
it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tone it down. I go
I'll
higher.
see. Yeah, I see pictures that you and Mark post, and I love it. I love the outfits that you guys go out in. I'm
Oh
like, hell
yeah.
yes. You guys are so cute.
I work with this girl, love her to death. She's incredible. She just had a shirt made for me that says "You, David," and it's all in
Ah!
sparkly lettering on this light blue, sky blue shirt.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
so fucking cute. And she goes, "There's another thing in the bag," and I'm like, "Oh," she goes, "It's a sticker." And I look at it, it says "Make America Gay Again," and she goes, "I just had to get it for you," and I'm like,
Oh my
"Yeah." It's like this is
God.
going right on my car as soon as the snow is gone, and I can
Yes.
clean my
Yeah, yeah,
car.
yeah. That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I like the visibility.
Yeah.
I think, and that was, part of my journey. I mean, you say you're bisexual-ish because you married the woman that, just hopped in your bed one day.
Right.
And it was up until I think a couple years ago that I just kind of was like, I think I'm more that non-binary gender because
Yeah.
I love when I can be a little femme and kind of, wear some high heel boots, not stilettos because I would die, but
They're awful.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could never do that, but I can do a
Yeah.
boot,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some tight jeans and a little bit of a crop top or something and just go out and have
Yes.
fun. But I could also be like fixing Mark's car, and tearing it apart and fixing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just don't like gender. I think it's just a
Yeah.
spectrum that we all try to put ourselves into and,
I agree.
sometimes too much. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Mark just sent me a Snapchat of you with your snowplow
oh, I love my snowplow.
edition.
We bought I bought that because we got home, we were at the beach somewhere, I don't remember where, but we got home and there was a foot of snow and I couldn't
Yeah.
get into my driveway and we're out there
Yeah.
with shovels for 2 hours
Yeah.
and I said, "We're not doing this shit
This
anymore.
is bullshit.
This is bullshit." I said, "I am an adult with adult money." So I
Yep.
bought a snowplow attachment.
Yep.
I got chains and I I got home last night, took me 20 minutes,
God,
done.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
yeah.
invest in one now.
Girl, you guys get snow like once every other time. It's not enough to
Okay,
do anything.
I know, but I want it. I want it hanging in my shop just to say I have it.
I mean, to be honest with you, it is
Yeah,
rad to just like, get up there
yeah,
while everyone else is shoveling by hand. It's like
yeah,
my little
yeah.
mo.
I'd be like, "You need help? I'll come do yours too."
Oh, I don't do any. I don't do anybody's. If they want to
Do you
borrow
not?
it, no, I don't. No, I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't want to be out in the cold. We discussed
Alright,
this.
that's fair, that's fair, that's fair.
My legs. I came inside last night, and I can't get in the hot tub right now. I got my nipples pierced, so I got to stay out of the.
Ooh,
Yes, love them.
nice.
But I have like another couple weeks so I can get in the hot tub.
Okay.
And so I come in last night from snow plowing and my thighs are like frozen. And Mark's like, get in the hot tub. I'm like, I can't. I gotta go take the
Yep,
hottest shower I can though.
yep.
But it's
Dang,
yeah, it's definitely a game changer. I let neighbors borrow it. Borrow it. I don't care. You just
that's
put
awesome.
gas in it if you
Yeah,
know. So yeah, last year we got some pretty bad snow and I let like 4 different neighbors borrow it.
that's awesome.
Yeah, go to town, have fun. They're like, well, you could do mine. No,
Nope, you can
I'm
do
okay.
it.
Yeah, I've already done mine. I'm going inside now where it's warm and I have a fire.
That's hilarious.
I just love it. Well, you guys, new community then. Are you guys looking
Correct.
for somewhere like when you find a new place, are you guys looking for like around the more of a queer community or just like where?
I think pretty much just wherever.
Yeah.
We are such homebodies that we don't,
Okay.
and with overtime and stuff, it's like the 1 or 2 days off that we get, we're like,
What?
I don't want to
What? You
leave the
guys have
house.
overtime? Just kidding.
I know, right?
I have overtime every Wednesday. I'm fine.
Oh my God.
Mine's a Wednesday. Somebody says something like, "I see you all the time." I'm like 6 days a week. I am
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my
And
second home.
yeah, I see you
Yeah.
guys more than I my kids.
Yeah.
They're like, that's why I don't like you. No,
Yeah.
I love my coworker. Actually, I really like the people I work around. Is
Do you? That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. We all have fun. We joke. We laugh. We all know it's shit, and we're all in the shit.
Yeah.
But we're there together, and we
It's
got to
like
make
a
the best of it.
camaraderie.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I was gonna say. I mean, that's gonna bring me up to work life balance here. Being queer in a male dominated place in a new place, I mean, do you see I don't know. I don't know a lot of people from Fort Worth
Yeah.
from there. I mean, is there a lot of queer people that you work with or are
There
you just
are yeah. So I'm learning. A lot of them aren't like super obvious about it.
okay,
So I'm slowly learning
sure.
where they are, um,
Sure.
who they are, which ones,
Yeah.
I this one girl I've been working next to for the last 8 months, literally last week I found out that she just got married to a woman and I'm like, oh my God, I had no idea. Good for you. I'm so
I love
excited for
it. Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I love that so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. But I'm kind of the same way too. And I just don't, I mean, I post pictures and,
Yeah.
whenever I talk about it, I'm like, oh yeah, me and my wife this, but
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I don't we don't get out much. So
That's fair.
really the only people we hang out with are at work.
Yeah.
And kind of like what you said, whenever we're not at work, we just stay at home. Like we don't.
Yeah. Mark, I get it. I think we're the same way. We love to be home. We like to go out. I mean, don't get me wrong. We love a good
Yeah.
drag show. We love,
Yeah.
a good event here and there. But all in all, it's like, especially people all the time at work. I don't know if you guys do this in Fort Worth, and I'm sure you do. People are like, hey, let's go out after work. And I'm like, yeah, let me know. And then no one says anything. And then by the time I'm leaving and almost home, they're like, hey, we're going to meet up here. And I'm like, nah,
Too late.
I'm I've already thought about the PJs I'm putting
Yeah.
on and the
Yeah.
the show I'm turning on. Like, you've
Yeah.
missed your opportunity to hang out with me.
Mentally, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm already home,
Yeah. Yeah.
Physically, we're getting there, but
Yeah.
mentally, I'm already in bed.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I love it. We love being home. Like,
Yeah.
Mark and I laugh all the time. We're like, that's our favorite place to be is at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I hear that there is what do they call it? They call it the Gayborhood in
Yes.
Fort Worth. Yeah, downtown Fort Worth.
Yeah,
We
that's
just
where that
haven't
bar
we
is,
just
by the
haven't
way.
been. Oh,
That's
is
where
it
that,
really?
that's where that bar is. Yep.
Okay.
When we stayed in Dallas, I booked an Airbnb from a gay couple.
Okay.
Gorgeous Airbnb.
Yeah.
2 levels. The bathroom had a standalone insulated giant tub, huge walk-in shower, bidet, and a urinal.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
yeah. And the guy was like, oh yeah. He was like, we're not here anymore. We moved to Ireland. We just wanted to get out of the States and blah, blah, blah. Don't blame him. If you
No.
have the opportunity and the means,
Oh,
bye, do it.
yeah.
Cause I would if I could. And
Yeah.
so he was like, yeah, we're going to be selling it. So I looked, He wanted $500,000 for this 2-bedroom, 2-floor little townhome
Oh
or
my
quad
God.
home, really.
Oh my God.
$500,000, 500,000.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit, I'm
I
in the
know.
wrong business.
I know. And that's when we're looking at houses, I think $500,000 home, it should look like a $500,000 home,
Yeah,
and a lot of them
yeah.
don't. They're
I
just
think,
little.
yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about, a lot of places is you got to really find the place that's going to make that dollar stretch because
Yeah.
everything is so damn fucking expensive now.
Yeah, it is. It's wild.
Well, being new into the queer community, I want to get your opinion or your view.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you don't go out too much, but you
Mhm.
do work with people. You probably have worked with people who are not as like-minded as we are.
Yes.
Not that they're saying that they're queer or anything like that, but this is why this podcast is everyone's a little queer because it's just
Yeah,
everyone's at least 5%. I mean, come on.
I
No
agree.
straight guy is watching porn without, with that's my favorite question. If you look at a straight guy, he's like, I'm not gay. I'm like, do you watch porn? Man or woman? Well, both. Do you care about dick size? Well, yeah. Well, that's like 5% right there.
That's like 5% at least.
Yeah. You want him to have a good dick. Same.
Yeah,
But
right.
I also want to touch it. So there,
So I'm like 50% while
yeah.
you're
So
5%.
my spectrum's a little bit out that way.
Yeah.
But what do you see and being around, in the South, because you're way more in the South than I am, than
Yeah.
a lot of people are that I've talked to. What do you see misconceptions about the queer community? Do you hear about it? That's not the stuff that we see all the time in the news, but just random things that make you kind of go, what in the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw it a lot more at Jack's. And you know what? It was always with like the older crew guys.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because guys have, like, the fantasies of, like, 2 women.
Yeah,
Every time I would hear anything negative, it was always be about guys.
yeah,
Yeah, luckily, I haven't seen anything like that at Fort Worth, but I'm also still pretty new, so
yeah. You still kind of got the blinders on a little bit,
yeah, I do.
and people are still kind of like, she's new, gotta figure her out.
Exactly, yeah. They censor themselves around me, and I'm sure I
Don't
do the
say anything
same.
because pro stance is around the corner. No.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. In fact, whenever I had told you that, my rep had been like, "Oh, you and your wife," and I was like, "How did you know that?" I think my response whenever he said, "Oh, is your wife here yet?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Who?" And he goes, "I mean, your partner, your girl, what?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, my wife." Like, "How did you know?"
Yeah, yeah. He's like, "Oh shit, I said the wrong fucking word.
Exactly,
What
exactly.
was
So
her pronouns again?"
yeah, exactly. He felt so bad, and I'm like, "No, you're right. I just was shocked."
Yeah, it's definitely kind of that shock. I feel like I see it with the trans community more and more than anything, especially in the news being attacked, right? When you have male to female trans people,
Yeah,
they're so worried about male to female trans people, but not female to male.
yeah,
They're fine with that. They don't say that anything. They're not putting guards at the doors of the bathrooms in Texas there, but they're
exactly.
doing it for the male to female. And I
Correct.
think a lot of that, and I kind of want your opinion, it's just a lack of education on the process of a trans person to transition.
Yes.
You know,
I completely agree with that. I just think that they just jump to conclusions and um, just start throwing out allegations left and right. As soon as they,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's sad,
yeah, it
because here's
is.
these people who are going through so much mentally and so much medically
Yeah,
that on top of that, they don't need you sitting here talking about them and being a fucking asshole about
right,
what they're trying. Just who cares, right?
right, right. I
But
completely agree.
I do see that too, though, like what you're saying. I do think because it is that. I think a lot of it is that sexual fantasy because I think a lot of people sexualize the queer community
Yeah,
and, at times the queer community and we can all be a little overly sexual with, things that we do and the way that we present ourselves. But I think less that it's a sexuality thing and a sexual thing as more as it's a freedom of expression at times.
yes,
But the line is so blurred at times that some people on the right and some people that are conservative that are uneducated, they can't tell that we can tell a difference. They see it all as one.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree with that. And they can just be such dicks about
Yeah. I mean, honestly, just sometimes keep your fucking mouth shut. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Like it doesn't concern you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I never understood that. I've never once given a fuck about who is sleeping with who in their bed, doing what, whatever. I've never cared about that
Right.
in the aspect of other people's lives, because why do I? That's not. You're not sleeping with me. I don't care. Some people get really wrapped up into this shit, and
They do.
but by all means, if that helps you sleep at night, which it doesn't, because you're on Twitter or something, probably texting about it or tweeting,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
I know. And I honestly sometimes wonder if they're just jealous.
Yeah, you know what? There was was it a comedian or maybe it was another podcast we were listening to, but there was someone that said that. They said that
Really?
their feeling is that the heterosexual community that constantly is targeting queer people, gay, lesbian, questioning trans, and questioning how they are, especially when it comes to like drag queens. And
Yeah.
keep them away from kids because they're teaching them to be sexualized and it's too sexual, blah, 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 all this other stuff. That they are fantasizing so much about the queer community that they are so like jealous of the freedoms and the sexual freedoms that the queer community has with each other.
Yes. Yes.
And I kind of was like thinking about that. I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. Like, if you're not getting laid, you're probably upset. I mean,
Right.
like,
Just jealous that he can't go out and, I don't know.
Sniffies, Grinder, find a dick. There you go.
Yes.
It's so
Yeah.
easy, just like that.
Yes. Yeah.
I got called out in at the comedy club last time we were in New York for that because some lady, she was like, I have one of these comedians. She's like, I have a bunch of gay friends, and they're always on Sniffies. And I was a little drunk. I was like, she goes, he knows. And I was like, oh. I was like,
That's hilarious.
she goes, what did you tell the straight people here? What is it? I was like, yo, it's sex anytime, anywhere. Click somebody and go. She goes, and there's dicks. And I was like,
That's funny.
yep. I was like, oh
See,
my god.
educating the people. The people need
I,
to know about it.
that's what we're doing here. We're educating the
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
Look, you may think that you're straight, everybody, but take it from Kaitlin. You invite one woman into your bed over a lost dog, game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everything's changed.
I still can't get over that because I thought, like, when I fell in love with Mark, when I knew that it was
Yeah.
Mark, I thought it was like I thought we were romantic about it. I thought I was like, because we had kind of dated, but I was like, nah, I don't really want to date. And we like talked about it. Okay, we can date and all this. And then I thought, this one day, because we had been together, right? We had dated, we had gone on dates, all this. And I fell in love with him. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But now I hear this and I'm like, your story is just like truly head over heels amazing. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, so like anniversaries and stuff. Granted, we have
Yeah.
an anniversary for like our wedding day. But like
Yes.
when we're like, how long have we been together? We're like, I don't know. I don't know when that really technically started. Like
Yeah.
we never dated. We never
Right.
we didn't have a first date. I didn't go pick her up,
Your anniversary could just be the day you moved into the place in Jacksonville.
I think that's kind of what we agreed on. We're
Yeah.
like, I think that was kind of when we realized.
Yeah, because you're just like, yeah, we're here together,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
living it.
Yeah.
I just had to ask Mark because I was like, hey, what was our date anniversary? Because we kind of like to celebrate that. It's just fun for us because it's
Yeah.
in February and we always use that as an excuse to leave the cold and go somewhere.
Yeah. Any
Not
excuse to go somewhere or do something, take it.
right. So this year we're just gonna do a little staycation mom, and a friend of mine was like, I found this cute boutique hotel owned by two gay guys here in Kansas City, and I was like, book it. I was like, oh
Dang.
yeah, we'll have to send you pictures because
Yeah.
he has no idea. I just
Oh,
told him I told him I said I'm taking care of the place, and he's like, for what? I was like, the 17th. I was like, you just need to find a place for dinner. He's like, where? I'm like, downtown. I don't care. I've already paid for the room. He's like, a room? I'm like, you're gonna love it. Like
oh my
it's
God.
yeah,
That's so
very excited.
exciting.
Yeah, it's
I can't wait to
super.
see pictures.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
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 So, well, I love this, but I gotta ask
Yeah.
because we ask everybody,
Absolutely.
right? So, Kaitlin, what does pride mean to you?
Oh, that's a good question.
And this is why I never tell anybody what I'm gonna ask and how we're gonna have this conversation because I love this moment of where you have to think about it
Yeah.
because it could be anything.
I feel like pride just, and see, I feel like, again, since I had such a great experience, with it all, I feel
Yeah.
like pride is just being able to be fully 100% who you are, no qualms, no um, judgments, nothing like that. And then I just feel like it just gives such an opportunity for the people who haven't had a good experience with it to go and be accepted somewhere and to be loved and to be um, celebrated.
I love that.
And it's just I had honestly okay, Pride specifically, like, the celebration wise, like going out to parties and Pride Month.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had never really celebrated that ourselves.
Okay.
Um, Not just we just were busy or we, whatever, but like how you guys go out to like different, y'all travel for like the
Yeah.
different parties and stuff. We've never done that and I want to, but I feel like it's just such a great opportunity for people to go and fully be themselves and fully be
Yes.
accepted and celebrated and who they are.
Well, I completely agree. Mark has never been to KC Pride. So that's
Oh
one thing that
yeah?
never. And so that's one thing. I went to KC Pride when I first moved back here. I left in just my underwear.
That's
That
amazing.
was a really good night. It was a lot of fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, my friend Jordan was like, "Yep, this seems about right." And I was like,
Oh
"Yeah."
my god.
But it's I we went and we went to P Town this year for Pride.
Yeah. Oh my
And
god, I saw pictures. Ah,
Uh, Kaitlin, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to tell any and everybody listening, if you get the opportunity, go to P Town for Pride.
okay.
You will not regret it. It doesn't matter if you are straight, gay, bi, lesbian. Doesn't matter. Pride at P Town was an experience, and because it was everything that you just said
Yeah.
times 100. It was
Really?
everybody living their life, being who they are, expressing themselves in just a manner that you could tell the moment you get off the ferry, you're safe.
Yeah.
And
Safe.
that's
That's
so
that's such a ugh.
it's so sad to say that though,
I know it is.
because here's this small little town in the little Cape of Massachusetts,
Yep.
and this small little town brings in thousands of people to feel safe in their bodies and with who they are. And it was an experience I've never experienced before. And I've been to
Yeah.
different prides, I've been to different events and stuff, but that was, I mean, emotional
Yeah.
and in a great way, not in like a, oh, this is, no, it's wonderful. And it was everything that you said times 10 of what
Ugh.
pride is. So
That's amazing. I love that.
yeah. And so, yeah, we got to go. We met a lesbian there. Yeah. And I love Tanya,
Ooh,
and
Tanya.
she's, she's incredible. She lives up right around kind of where Mark grew up, and so
Oh,
they got to
okay.
like gab about all of that, and she
Yeah,
loves to go to
sure.
Maine, and he's like, I love Maine. I'm like, I've never been to Maine, but I
Oh,
hear great things, and
oh my god.
but she is so fun, and she is amazing. And I told her, and she actually, her and I were texting. She goes, the next time you guys are going to P Town, you call me. I will be there with you. And I'm like,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Like even this wonderful, beautiful lesbian was like, she found home there too. It's not,
Yeah.
it's for everybody. So the
Yeah.
next time we go, we'll just get a big house and we'll just bring a bunch of queer people,
Oh my god, I would love that.
and
I
you
would
would,
love that.
it's so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And
But
I feel like it also gives the opportunity for people who may not have or may not be able to like meet people in their town, whatever town they live in.
yes.
They
Yeah,
go and it's like instant family when
it
meet
is.
these people. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You see somebody and you're like, queer, cool. Gay, yep, gay. Okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
you want to go out? Yeah, I'm gonna go get some. Okay, let's go. And it's like, yeah, and you do have a lot. There's a lot of small town people that I wish had the means, or not, and maybe even if they do have the means, just like sometimes it's a courage thing. Like they just need somebody to hold their hand and say, "Come with us. Come see the community."
Yeah.
And being able to do that, and I feel like that's what we can do, what we're trying to do with this podcast is just, look, we're all the same, but let us hold your hand if you want to come into our community, and you want to be out there and be with yourself, and
Right.
promote just love and freedom and expression of self.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you could have said it any better than that. That's exactly what it is.
Well, this has been wonderful, Caitlin. I've had so much
I
fun.
know, me too.
I was like, I was so excited about this and everything.
Yeah.
So
I know, me
yeah.
too. Me
Yeah,
too.
this has been great. Well, thank you, Caitlin, so much. Thanks for everyone
Yeah.
for listening, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Want to join us and tell your journey? Visit our link tree for ways to sign up and follow us across all social medias at Everyone's a Little Queer Pod. Let's celebrate the beauty of our queer community together.